Hey everyone, Corrie Thorne here, the founder and creator of More Than Existing. I am a modern day mystic, a psychic medium, and everything in between, a published author. And my work is about helping to empower, inspire others to be able to know that there is a beautiful essence within ourselves, and that beautiful essence is for us to discover. The biggest thing I always say is the best thing you can ever do is break up with you. So and relearn and really truly relearn. So one of the things that we're doing today, what I'm doing today is I am actually recording all of the predictions for each and every month. If you have missed my yearly prediction for the big whole year in the general, well, there is two parts. And so if you go onto the YouTube channel and you can catch the two parts of the yearly predictions for 2023. So I will be doing each and every sign. And thank you for being with me and for always supporting me. Also, please remember, these do not replace any medical, psychological advice or anything else that you have been given. They are to be taken as entertainment. I am not working with anybody on an individual level, session right now. So these recordings are for you and for you to be able to just allow yourself to check back in over the year and to just see what happens. And remember, it's general, so it doesn't resonate with everyone. It may not connect with you at all. And if it doesn't, feel free to check your other signs. I'm not an astrologer. I read energy. I work with energy. So this is about the energy that is happening and existing throughout each and every sign. So thank you so much. And I look forward to sharing these with you. Hello. And now we are moving into the Virgo. So if you're noticing the intros and the videos are not the same outfit, is because I pre-recorded the introductions. So just to let people know so that I didn't have to repeat all of that again for each and every video. So and then I just add it on. Don't worry, I still don't edit out the videos. What comes. I don't a la carte pick and choose which parts I want to include into these readings because they are channeled. So they are as they are. I don't change anything about them because they are messages from the messengers. And so when I start channeling these through, if I edit them out, then the message is no longer mine. How much of our lives do we edit out? Do we ignore? Do we neglect? Do we not want to see, or we don't like the answer? We don't like the response. We don't like what we're seeing. So we edit it out, or we, neglect to see it, or we pretend to not see it. Well, here we are. We have to see it all. We have to hear it all, even the imperfections. So Virgo. So Virgo, I feel like for those born in the Virgo and who has Virgo strongly in your chart, or wherever it sits in your chart, I'm sure it has some impact upon the houses of your chart. So, if you went back and listened to every video of where it is in the house, like in the wheels, in the wheel of in the astrology, and where if it sits in a house, then it probably has some influence and some message for that, what that house means. So you can also do that if you want to spend that much time, but we kind of base it on just the energy of the Virgo. So for each and every sign, we base it on the energy. And I don't know why I had to explain that to you, Virgos, because I didn't really explain it to anyone else, but for some reason I had to explain it to you. So I feel like for some of my Virgos this year, you are really seeking answers, like you're seeking solutions. I feel like there's a lot that is questionable, or a lot that you have been questioning this year, a lot that you're questioning within yourself, like over the past year. So these are being recorded in 2022, but they are for 2023. So of course this is, plays out the last few days of December as well. I am recording this on the Mercury retrograde, which is in Capricorn. And so there is I personally don't mind retrogrades. They do cause a little bit of frustration sometimes. They do cause things to be delayed, but they're also they just kind of slow things down so that you can just kind of get kind of caught up with yourself and just be like, it's more of a slower paced energy. I find it just like pulls you back, just says, hey, slow down, look twice, revisit things a couple times. Don't be so impulsive sometimes. So I feel like Virgo, feel like I see, I see, Virgo, that for your coming year, I'm seeing a lot of the root of it. So at the root, what is the root of it? The root cause of things. So a lot of, in the root energy center, so the root chakra, that area of us, the sense of procreation, safety, grounding. It's a year of, I feel like you've been trying to kind of ground yourself, root yourself. I feel like this is the year you may finally be able to get your feet back on the ground. I feel like you may be able to finally bring yourself like into like some sense of grounding, some sense of stability within your life, some sense of, just being able to connect back to you and to what your real needs and wants are. You are such a caretaker energy that you often, want to make sure everyone else, make sure families are okay, make sure people in your life are okay. And now it's time for you to really make sure you're okay. This year is about getting your feet on the ground, getting into your whys of, what was your dreams? What were the things that you loved to do before? And I just keep getting someone being very out of breath. Like I am like exhausted. I feel like like some people are gasping for air, like trying to catch that breath. And I feel like you've been chasing something or somebody is, and so this could also be someone in particular. It could be somebody really that chasing each breath, like gasping for air, like trying to catch their breath, trying to breathe into. So if you have someone in your life or that's a Virgo or you as a Virgo have like some sort of breathing issues, I feel like this is the year to really put your focus into taking care of that part of your health, really caring for that. There's a couple stalls within your year for you. So for the Virgos, I'm seeing a few stalls. I'm seeing a few periods of time of where there's stalls. So there's gaps. It's like this empty space of where I see over here and then I see over here and then I see nothing. I seen that in one other reading that I did as well, but I only seen one. But in yours, I'm seeing about 3. So I'm seeing 3 episodes throughout the year of where things are, going to be influenced and impact by the fates or the choices and decisions of somebody else that has an influence, an impact upon you and upon your life. And so because it is not yours, but it affects you, it has an impact upon you, then of course we're not seeing, the outcome of that yet. Like we're not seeing how it's going to play out. We're not going to see the outcome because everyone has a choice, because everyone has a free will choice. So the energy of those 3 periods of times could drastically change. But I just see somebody packing their bags and walking. I just see someone saying, that's it. I'm done. I'm going. That could be on holidays. You could be trying to play it safe and your partner's probably saying, oh no, I'm done playing it safe. It could be somebody, including you, making a choice to say you're done and you're choosing to walk away from a situation, a person, a job, whatever it may be. There's a lot of different scenarios that could be in these empty spaces. All I know is they're empty. All I know is they're gaps. So there's spaces where there is nothing to really report in those places because it's going to be game changers, right? Like there are moments that really changes the story, changes the projection, changes the direction of life. And so this year you have a few of these in your energy. And they don't have to be massive, big changes. They could be little things. It could be like you just wake up one morning, decide you're finally going to take care of yourself. It could be that you're finally just going to stop worrying about what hasn't happened and you're going to start living in the moment. It could be those things. And it could be somebody else is going to decide to do that. And when somebody else decides to do that, well, it also, if that's your partner and you haven't been able to get them to do anything, and then all of a sudden they decide they're going to start doing things, well, it changes things, right? So there is 3 big major changes this year in the energy for the Virgo. I have breathing, I have heart. I am so in the heart centered. So in the heart center, so the heart chakra area, and I'm picking up lungs, heart, heart, even esophagus. like even esophagus, like esophagus, like all the way down esophagus. I'm like, I'm picking up this whole essence of through the shoulders, through the top of the, like the high part of the back, through the, like, I'm just feeling all of this energy. And I feel like somebody's putting pressure upon me. And I feel like there's pressure. So whether that's someone who you've had in your life who passed away based on that, they may be here with us right now. And that may be them coming in to give you a message to let you know that was a clear sign that's how they left. But it's also coming in with a wide open, there's so much within the heart this year for you, Virgo. So there's a lot of heart-centered healing, a lot of heart-centered awareness, and a lot of heart-centered choices. So choosing from your heart, choosing to make the choice to live from your heart, to do things in that moment of allowing yourself to be free. Those are coming up everywhere. I am picking up an incident. I am picking up an incident with a vehicle. And so it feels as if, I just see the tires coming off. So it's like the wheels are coming off of life. That could be an incident. That could be just, with life, this could be totally symbolic. But I also see the wheels coming off, something about the wheels coming off a track. It could be, just shit going sideways. It could be life just, just taking you in different directions, challenging. But there is change. And they keep going back to the change. And I feel like you're going to be going in, like for a period of time, it feels like you're going in many directions before you actually choose to go into one direction. And when you finally decide which direction you're going, I feel like there's like a big sense of relief, satisfaction. It could be also selling something. It could be making a choice to sell things. If you're right in the midst of saying, should we or should we not make those changes in our lives? Is it time to start, looking at selling things off and just living for us now? That may be possibly is coming in as well. But I do have also, for some of my Virgos, I do have somebody totally walking away from, how everyone identified you type of thing of, oh, she's the ideal, he's the ideal, they're the perfect couple, blah, blah, blah. And I just see somebody just packing their bags, making a choice, walking away. And it's not new news. It feels like it's something that has been playing out in the wishy-washies for a period of time. And then all of a sudden it is right there, and making that choice. And it's not because there's somebody else, it's because there's you. And down the road, there may be, I feel like not maybe, there is a new relationship. There's something that feels very fulfilling, happy, and joyful that is down the road. But first it starts with you. I do have a lot of, skin issues or like autoimmune conditions and diseases, like conditions coming up. And so somebody who's really been like a lot of previous trauma that may have been in your life that has, entered out through the skin. So probably carrying a lot of your own shame stories or a lot of hurts that were unhealed. And 2023 is definitely the year of, I feel like you're going to really, truly put the effort into choosing to heal. And that may be making a trip to a wellness center, or it may be just finding that spiritual advisor, the spiritual guide, and really putting in the effort to do the healing. The remnants of what we're left with in our body, of course, will be there, but not as severe. I just feel like there's finding answers. And I feel like you're finding answers. So, you may find out that everything that everyone has said, you're crazy, there's nothing wrong with you, we have tested everything. I feel like this may be the year that for some of my Virgos, you're going to find out. You're going to get answers to the unanswered questions that you have been carrying with you forever, which really, truly is a year of relief. So I feel like you're finding relief. And this year feels like it's got pressure and then it's got release and then relief, right? So pressure, relief, release. Those are everywhere. This is the year of the 7. And so the Chariot is also the 7. So this is major arcana. So there is going to be big choices and big decisions to make. The reason why is because endings are always the hardest, but we can't get to a new beginning if we don't go through an ending. right? And so there is this beautiful, bright new future that is here. Feels like it's by spring, you know exactly what you're doing and the choices and decisions. And um, then we have that new relationship, that compassion. And this doesn't have to be love. Remember this. This could be the one with yourself, coming into a relationship with yourself, being connected to you, um, and becoming your own best friend. Very possibly becoming your own best friend. Health issues are a big concern for a specific group. Like, however, I'd really look into your Western and your Chinese astrology and your like everything, your human design. Look up your human design and your gates and your channels, and just really know those aspects of yourself, because they are important. We do have a free introduction to human design in the More Than Existing Academy, which Lisa Richard from Loving Energy Recharge has put in there. So there is that. I have More Than Existing. There's just so many things that really truly can help you this year. I feel like for some of you, you're going to really truly be, seeking to step into know you, and you know what you're not, right? And this is what saying this was it. This was asking for guidance, asking for help. Um, mm, there is definitely some, I feel like there is definitely some, I see there is some challenging situations around finances, and this may come with the choice that you end up making in areas of your life as well. So people love to argue and fight over money. So it might be something to do with a inheritance, it may be something to do with a divorce, it may be something to do with, sibling rivalry. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like it's like there is some issues around there that will need to be resolved or will find some resolution throughout this year. It may take a little bit, but don't give up on you. Very tired, very exhausted energy around my Virgos. I've not felt this exhausted with any of the readings I've done so far. I feel like we're going deep. I feel like there's a lot of healing happening. And so I keep saying feeling, and I'm like, it is a feel. So I feel like it is feeling for you. It is the things of being able to listen to your body this year. Your body is speaking to you. I'm picking up a lot of concerns around why it's so important to care for your body this year, and to really truly care for your body. Care for the things that are priority. You're only going to get this human once. If you don't care for this human, right? And I feel like there might be a surprise sell of something. You may be contemplating selling your house, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, we're going to sell it, or somebody offers to buy your house. And I just feel like don't turn down any opportunity to be able to make money off of an old investment, or to be able to truly just move forward, whatever that may mean. Just move forward, and that's coming up for you as well this year. Virgo, relationships. There is some concerns in the relationship department, but there also is some great success in the relationship department. So I'm trying to figure out where to go first with this. So first and foremost, I feel like there may be a few of you who may have leaped or jumped too quickly, and it may have been during the COVID or during, these times when you just didn't want to be lonely or whatever it may be. But I feel like you really may have leaped too quickly, and now you're questioning the leap, the jump. Relationships take getting to know each other. They take work. And I feel like there is a lot of adjustments, and the things that you're probably getting to know about somebody, you're like, I don't like all of those things. Well, I'm sure they don't like all about you. So some relationships do need a little more compassionate understanding, and let go of expectations that of the fairy tale or the ideal. Other ones that are in that realm of wondering, I do feel like there may be a change happening there. Definitely feels like there may be a change happening there. Banking. I'm trying to get the banking. So I have some concerns around, not concerns, I guess. I have some things around banking of having to either sign papers, close accounts and reopen new accounts, do some readjusting. Do not act prematurely. Like, do not act do not act prematurely. Do not be childlike in making some of your biggest decisions this year. If you allow the shadow to make your decisions, you will find yourself with the consequences of a child making adult decisions. You don't let the kids make the decisions for the adults. So if we allow our childhood hurts, our abandonment, fears, anything like that you have that's childlike, if they are being reactivated and triggered during an adult experience where you have to really truly think about what you need to do without being impulsive, without being defensive, that you have to really look at this from an adult way, is that you have to be sure that this inner child part of you, or the younger adult, the previous version of you, has truly let go. And it is the you that's right there in the moment today that's signing these contracts or signing off on something or making some of these life changes and decisions for you. Because if your shadow leads the way, you'll end up right back where you were. There will be I have imminent action, sprint, charming, self-confident, passionate, restless, immediate action. So some things you're going to have to really don't let immaturity get in the way. And other things are go now, do now. And you're going to have to trust your intuition, heal that part of you so that you can trust your intuition to be able to make these calls, to make these choices, to make these decisions this year, because they are a lot. I do see you being able to successfully manage things. And for some of you, you have an old flame coming back into your life. I feel like it's like the love of your life. And for some reason, the stars align, life aligns, universe aligns, where it's like you finally can be that with each other. Like you can finally bring that relationship together somehow. And I don't know how that's unfolding. This feels like what's in the stars, like fated energy, something that is fated. Now don't go look into every one of your exes wondering which one is coming back. It may have been your best freaking friend. It may have been somebody who was a crush in grade 1 who you didn't even know was a crush. We don't know that yet. It might be a soul contract from like karma from another lifetime. But this is somebody who is so known to some of you Virgos that when you meet and you see each other, it's like sparks fly and it's real. It's not shadow meeting shadow, it's soul meeting soul, and it's a true, real love. And so for some of you, this may be kind of that moment, that time in life where you really, truly can recognize that and don't mess it up type of thing. So being grounded and rooted and doing the work of the root energy center will be so important for you moving forward this year. And so now, if it's not a relationship, this could also be something you've been waiting for. It could be something you've been waiting for, something that brings you into a healthier relationship with yourself, like an unexpected package, something showing up that you've wanted your whole life and you've not been able to get or achieve. And then all of a sudden, here it is, you got it, you're achieving it, you're doing it. That's all around you as well. And, you can be so logical. And for part of the year, you need to be very logical. And the other half, you need to be creative, childlike, and let yourself have fun. And it's going to really inspire you to start to create new things in your life, to do new things, and to be a part of a whole lot more. That's for your world. That's for your life. That's designed for you. I have a mama bear here. I have a mama bear from the other side, and she keeps coming in. Yeah, you're walking a new journey this year. A desire for a more meaningful life, realizing that it's time to move on, choosing to make major life changes, which I asked for validation to the whole message. And this is it. There's so many of you that are just choosing to move on, just following the path of, less traveled for yourself, and just walking into the light and into happiness and into joy, and not really caring what anyone else thinks. Right. And so this is the fruits of your labor. Here's our ladybug. Luck is on your side. But I feel like a lot of these things that you've been working on these, you've been manifesting them, you've been dreaming these moments, and they're here now. And it's like, also be aware of how much you can share and who you can share with. There is a lot of lack of full faith and trust in others around you. And I don't know where. I feel like there is some deception around you, somebody who would deceive you in a moment, and they don't do what's right for the right reason, and you're being told do the right thing for the right reason. You don't have to be cruel, you don't have to be mean, but be very wise of where you share and what you share with others, because there is somebody out there who's just doesn't have your best interest, doesn't really, and it could be the face of someone you even love and trust, but they're not there for you, they're there for themselves, and almost like they'd be happy to see you fail. And I don't know why, and I don't think it's intentional. I don't feel like this is intentional. I don't feel like it's an intentional attack. I feel like this is just a total story of holding on to somebody, holding on to childhood stories. And if it is you that is like that with other people, you have to do the deep dive work on that this year and ask yourself, why am I envious? Why am I begrudging others of their success? Why am I judging someone else? Why am I angry that somebody else is succeeding? Whatever that may be, you need to ask yourself that, because it does go back. There's that little shit inside that's just going, you know what? Can't you see what they're doing to you? This is definitely feels like a childhood, young teenage experience moment in your life. And it's time to really face those things. So this year is about facing you, believing in you, doing what you need to do for you, and just trusting the journey. May have a lot of gaps and it has a lot of challenges, but it also has a whole lot of good stuff. And it's like, there's a lot of new beginnings. There's a lot of beautiful moments. And I believe that you should just really know that they are there for you always. Much love. Have a beautiful year, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.